Everybody, I'm Tony Fleming from Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Thanks so much for joining us on this amazing video. And I don't know when I talk about this car here, first off, I'd like to talk about technology, right? This is the opposite of technology. However, these cars right here were so far ahead of when the automated convertible tops came out in modern cars, right? Think about this for a second. This car unlatches itself, folds itself up, the trunk lid opens, puts the hard top into the trunk, the hard top, not the convertible top, the hard top into the trunk, seals it all up, right? If one touch of the button. It is amazing when you think about it. This is 1959 technology. This is 2025 that we're doing this video. Lastly, my favorite part about this is, and I'd love to hear this in the comments later on, is what is your favorite word of this car? Because it has so many, right? It is a Fairlane. Cool name, but not the greatest name compared to Skyliner. What do you drive? I drive a Skyliner. It's cool. Or what do I drive? I drive a retractable. What's a retractable? What's that mean? And it starts a whole conversation, and that's what we're going to get into next. All right, so why are some collector cars worth more than others? I want you to think about this for a second. When a car is beautifully restored, which we have here, but it's also restored the way it rolled off the showroom floor, right? This car is very authentic. The only couple small changes to it are that these are radial tires. They're still wide whites, which look great. However, radial tires was one of the greatest inventions to happen to cars, and this drives so much better than it does on those bias ply skinny tires, right? But when they roll off the showroom floor, they make you smile because, why? Because it's a time that was just different, man. There was no microwave oven. There was no internet. It was like the simple time. You played outside till it got dark and you got yelled to come in, right? And somebody whistled and you heard it and off you came. Well, time for dinner. I got to roll, but I'll be back out in just a little bit. What I do want to talk about a little bit is the quality of the paint. So this is colonial white and torch red. This is the way it's coated on the tag here and the way it was ordered from the factory, which is really nice. Second, I want to give you a little lesson on paint. I want you to do this. When I say look at the paint, I want you to look what's in the paint. Don't look at the paint. What do you mean, Tone, by that? Well, what I mean by that is look at the ceiling in there. Look at the lights that are in there. Let's look at the letters that are in here. When you can see how crisp and clear everything is in here, that is much shinier paint. It's half the reason we do the videos, because photos can be documented or doctored to do whatever you want to them, right? But the video doesn't lie. The video shows us exactly what we have, and I want you to see what you're getting here. And this is fabulous, fabulous paint. Come on up and check that out, where you can read all of those letters really, really well. If you don't mind, hit the like button down below. Helps get our message out. I really appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel. We got new stuff coming out all the time. And don't forget to maybe share it with your friends. They'd like to see some of this as well. And what I'd love to hear in the comments is, like, where would you go? If you bought this car, where would you go in it? Where would be your first place you'd go? The great thing about this is that there is not a lot of electronics in this car, which is good, right? That means that most anybody can fix it if it ever ran into an issue. The good news is this has 4 motors in it, right? It's all adjustable if need to be. All of these things are been rebuilt and they're new, and the stuff works the way it's just the way it's supposed to. I love the idea of it because it's very analog, right? But it's so far ahead of its time. All right, before I jump in here, I just want to show you how easy it is to take another couple to dinner in this car, or take the kids somewhere in this car and go somewhere. With the power steering and the power brakes, power top, right? All that stuff, super, super nice to have those kinds of things, all right? And then in here, how cool is this? We have room, while it's designed to show for 2, this can be a 6-passenger car, right? We can make it so a 6-passenger car. The dash, a lot of time spent on the restoration of the dash, right? This is 1959, right? 2025, we're doing the video. All of this has beautifully been repainted. All the chrome on here has been restored. Like, this was designed to be a show car. Ford was doing something a little different than GM. 1959, they had a 3-speed automatic, where GM only had a 2-speed automatic, right? Super nice stuff like that. Look at the door panels. The door panels are so Art Deco kind of style in there. Just great pieces. There's an expensive door panel. This is not just a slapped on, not that anything against a Camaro or whatever, but a Camaro's got like a flat, cheap door panel because it was a cheap car. This was not a cheap car. You can tell that this was a beautifully built car that was probably the most expensive car Ford was selling at the time. And this one restored to itself. Fairlane 500 Skyliner retractable. Cool, cool name. All right, so let's close up the video on what I call a collectible car. Well, Tone, what do you mean by collectible? Aren't they all collectible? Well, they're all great cars, right? But some more collectible than others. Why? Well, for instance, this one here, beautiful restoration with a lot of money spent, right? You're paying way more to restore a car than you are to buy it this way. Well, how does that even work, Tone? Well, what happens is somebody restores a car, they drive it for a while, they understand it costs money to drive it, and then you're able to buy it after they've spent all the money. And you didn't have to wait 2 to 3 years to get it done. The color combination is the way it rolled off the showroom floor, so it's very authentic looking. The retractable top is some of the best you've ever seen. And now you have some serious power with a big V8, wide radials, all that good stuff. And I don't know. At the end of the day, it's just such a great car. I smile when I think about it. It is awesome. Anyway, call us 301-816-1000. We'll tell you all about this if I can get all of it out. Fairlane, Skyliner, retractable. 500.